I think is critical in how you, where you perform your interview. I try to avoid having the interview in my office. Take it to neutral ground, to a conference room, library, in our office, somewhere where the person on the other end of the conversation will feel like they always have an escape route and not feel trapped or sitting in the principal's office. I think it levels the playing field and it gives them an opportunity. I also walk in with absolutely nothing in my hands other than maybe my soda or a drink. I found that in the past I took my laptop in, it became a diversion. We ended up spending too much time. I know this may sound blasphemous, but the person I believe who's coming to meet is really at that point only interested in what's in it for them. So I'm doing the needs analysis to determine what their current productivity goals and objectives are and where they're going to go in their career from that point forward. I hope that makes sense. So Kelly, thank you so much for joining us today. It's a pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
Now, did you enjoy your tour with Gail on the, around the market center?
I did. It's a really big office. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm glad you were able to show up on time. I appreciate that. Tell me, what's important to you in our conversation today?
Well, the thing that drew me here is I'm looking to make more money, and I was told by some of your agents that you have a pretty competitive plan, so I'm looking to grow my business and make more money.
And by the way, I noticed you didn't have any water or soda. Did Gail ask you if you wanted to?
Yes, she did. Thank you.
You're okay? You're comfortable?
Yes.
Good. So here's the question I have. I noticed in doing my homework before you arrived that you have averaged about 10 transactions over the last 5 years of your career. Are you happy with that?
No, I know I can do more. I just don't know how to get there.
Okay, so in your past, have you had any private coaching or personal consulting? Has anyone helped you?
Just my broker.
And how has that worked out for you?
It's been good. However, sometimes I feel like there's just not enough.
So in that experience, what percentage of the expected success that you were looking to have you actually achieved?
Well, I always every year I kind of go in thinking I'm going to have 15 or 20 transactions, and I always just kind of end up halfway there.
Have you had a year where you actually exceeded the goals that you set?
My first couple years I did really well. I exceeded all the goals that I had set, but I just kind of related it to maybe the market itself.
And how did that feel when you achieved that?
Felt really good. Made a lot of money right out of college.
So would you agree then one of the parts that's missing in your career, you haven't done that in a while?
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of in a rut. I'm doing all the things that they say I'm supposed to be doing, but it's just not materializing.
Is it important for you to connect with that person? Was that person exceeded beyond their goals rather than always within recent
Yeah,
falling
I
short of that?
want to get back there.
Okay. So do you have a path in your mind that you see that would allow you to get there?
I do. It's just I know that I need to do more things, different ways of prospecting, and I just am not doing it.
Well, define what you're currently doing for me and what you think that would be the difference between where you are and where you need to be.
So right now, almost all of the deals that I have are just based on referral only. There are people that I've either done deals before and they're reselling or rebuying, or it's somebody in their family or a friend. I'm not getting much else outside of that.
So are you managing to get full commission from those transactions, or because they're referrals and friends, you're having to give part of the back?
No, it's full commissions on those, but they're just coming from prior clients. So
We would agree that the toughest transactions are typically those we do with friends and
yeah,
family, right?
that's true.
Yeah. So, okay, so expanding your business, where would you like to do that? Have you thought about where you would like to work in the geographic location or demographic? How do you want to grow your business?
Yeah, I'd like to. I've really been targeting the Mission Hills, Hillcrest area because that's where I live. So I'd really like to continue to target that area.
Okay, so in doing that, what is your actual goal for this year?
Well, last year, as you knew, I did 10 transactions. This year I'd like to do 15. That's my goal. In the next couple years, I just got married, so in the next couple years I want to have kids. And I'd like to financially set myself up to be able to do that.
So in that search, what brought you to see me at Keller Williams?
Well, the friend that referred me over here, she was telling me about some of the classes that you have. I'm kind of skeptical on trainings just because I've told that there's trainings and then I come and then there's nothing. Or it's not, I feel like the content's not there. So I felt, you know, if I've been doing, like you said, 10 transactions over the past couple of years, I have to do something different in order to change and increase my numbers.
So you can't expect anything to change if you don't change.
If I don't change.
So your business will grow to the extent that you do.
Right.
So in looking at that, have you ever read The Millionaire Real Estate Agent?
I haven't. Somebody gave it to me. I think it's somewhere in my house.
I'll make sure we get you a fresh
Okay.
copy, so you
Okay.
don't have to go searching.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. Okay. So in your thirst though, on a scale of 1 to 10, how anxious and enthusiastic are you to achieve that?
I'm very anxious. I mean, I have a lot of bills that I need to pay.
So financially,
yeah,
it's
and
a little bit of a stressful
it
period
is.
for you. So in making that decision, are you looking to make it sooner rather than later in your change to another company?
I am.
Okay. And do you have a specific time frame that you're looking to do it in?
I haven't really thought about a time frame. This is the first office that I've talked to since I've even considered making a change. And so I'd like to maybe explore some other options as well.
I understand. Would you be open to me providing you a financial proposal before you left so that you could take it with you?
I would love that.
Okay, then I'll be glad to go through that. And at that point, I would get up and I would go and get the paperwork out of my office. I would come back and go through the whole entire financial proposal that I'm willing to make her, because my goal is to do one of two things. Either A, hire her by the end of that conversation by making her a deal that she can't say no to, or B, causing our competitors lots of pain and misery when she goes back with that proposal in her hand by taking money out of their pocket. That's the end of our presentation. Thank you.